Hey beautiful people, this is your girl CHAMONE. Let's get into it. So I did my brows off camera, but I do have a tutorial up on the brow routine that I did for this video. It is my summer brow routine. So for eyeshadow, I'm keeping it super simple, y'all. I'm really not even technically using any eyeshadow. This is a trick I like to do when I'm keeping my eyes super nude. I'm going in with a concealer that's lighter. This one just happens to be the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. It dries really matte. I use the shade Caramel. It's super light. It's just, yeah, something simple to make a base for my eyes. I'm faking like this is eyeshadow, but again, it's not. It's concealer. So I'm blending that out. Then I am going to go into my Black Radiance contour palette, medium to dark, and I'm going to use the Sculpt in the contour shade just in my crease area to add a little bit of definition to the eye. And y'all, that's it. So again, these are products that you may already have. The concealer can be found at Ulta. Anywhere else that I don't know if more places are carrying the Can't Stop Won't Stop now. It might be in drugstores by now, but I know I got mine at Ulta. But y'all can find that contour palette just about anywhere. So Sacha Buttercup is like my all-time favorite setting powder. So it's not sold in drugstores, but y'all, like, this is my go-to powder. So that's one of the few products in this video that's not really like drugstore or might not be considered super affordable. But this liner, drugstore friendly, is like $3, y'all. It's bomb. It's by Wet n Wild. So I'm just gonna wing out my eyes. I normally like speed through this a lot and cut a lot of it out, but I didn't today. I'm letting you all see the process and the mess ups. I got a little bit on my face, so I'm literally just taking a cotton pad and some micellar water to clean that off. And you guys will see in a couple of minutes, well, a few seconds, that I'm going to use that same cotton pad again to just clean up the bottom of my wing. So if you're still shaky on your wing liner, don't forget, y'all, practice makes perfect. I've been doing wing liner for so many years that it's literally second nature to me. But you practice, you figure out what looks best for your eye shape. I like to use a felt tip. This is a felt tip. For me, it's a lot easier. I can use a whole bunch of different other types too, but this is honestly my favorite, a felt tip liner. So I went a little bit further down than I like, so I'm just using that wipe again with some micellar water to clean it up. Next, I'm going in with some LA Girl concealer in the shade Toast. This is also the shade that I use to clean up my eyebrows underneath. And I'm just using that to clean up my wing liner, and it helps just to make it super sharp. Blending that out. And the eyes are done. I'm going to put some lashes on when I'm done with the rest of my face, but that's it for the eyes. So I'm going to moisturize my face with this Derma Radiant Glow Facial Oil. This I got for $12.99 on Amazon. Which is a bit pricey, but typically it retails for $20. But I really love this facial oil. If you guys aren't familiar with my channel, I do have dry skin, so I have to make sure that my skin is hydrated before I go in with foundation. So for me, like, that oil is heavenly. So I'm just gonna go with the primer to blur out my pores, fill them in. This step, again, if you've been rocking with my channel for a while, y'all know that I kind of live by this. I typically always will put some illuminator on either underneath my foundation or mixing it in, because it really does just add a glow to the skin. And you'll be able to see throughout this whole tutorial, like, you will still see my skin glowing right in the areas where I put that illuminator. So for foundation, this is like my favorite, y'all. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. It is by Covergirl, the Trublend Matte Made Foundation. I am in the shade D70 Cappuccino, and it's just perfect. I don't have anything bad to say about this foundation. It's lightweight, it's buildable, it gives flawless coverage. It's like my perfect match. I can wear this all day. And by all day, I'm talking like 12 plus hours with this foundation. So this is something I've been doing lately, kind of switching up the order of things, but I'm going in with the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in Deep Espresso, and I'm going to carve out this nose contour. Lately I've been loving like a really snatched nose, so it looks super dark, but trust me, I'm taking my time. I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna work it all together with the highlight and everything, so it's gonna come together. It's not gonna stay this dark, but yeah, I don't know, I've just been really loving a snatched nose lately, so I am contouring my nose to the heavens right now. And in places where I think I over blended, like I blended too much of it away, I'm just taking a little bit of concealer from that cheek area and working it out. Now this Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer dries super fast, y'all, so you do kind of have to move fast, and as you can see, it spreads. I did not put a lot, but it spread, so definitely be careful. Less is more. But don't worry, y'all, I'm gonna blend all of this out, but just a FYI. But while I'm doing this, y'all, I had so many issues filming this tutorial. So I was sitting right in front of my AC, and I actually had used a different moisturizer. I had went in with my shea butter, but because I was sitting in front of the AC, it wasn't like, it was just a mess. Like the moisturizer wasn't like melting into my skin, and because I was filming, so I was moving a lot faster, y'all, it was a mess. So I ended up cutting all of that out, so all y'all are seeing is the finished product. But I said that just to say that sometimes, no matter how good you are, like stuff happens. So I realized I needed to switch from the Shea Moisture, and I used the oil because it melted into my skin perfectly. And I also switched the concealer. I went in with Juvia's Place because it was hot, and I ended up turning my AC off, but I just realized that it was drying way too fast and it wasn't working, so I switched it up, and that's okay. So right here I'm going in with my Juvia's Place concealer, and I'm blending it out with a beauty sponge. This sponge is from the Crayon Case, and I really love it. They're 2 for $5. They are super what's the word, like they're very soft, they absorb a lot of water, and they blend out my concealer just as good as my Real Technique sponge. So I have a whole bunch of these and the Real Techniques are like my favorite 2 sponges, and I am just blending and blending some more. And this concealer is very hydrating. It does not dry quickly. You can take your time and work with it, so it was working better for me today. And that's all right. This is a get ready with me. I was actually really getting ready to go to church. Sometimes I film tutorials and I'm not going anywhere, but I legit was headed to church. So I needed to make sure that this face was flawless. So I'm going back in, getting that nose contour together. I didn't put anything else on the brush. I just used whatever was still up there, and just blending, going back and forth between the sponge and the brush to make sure everything is just right. Gonna go back in with my Sacha Buttercup to set all the areas of my face that I just highlighted. And because this concealer is so hydrating and it doesn't like dry down super fast, I can go in a little bit heavier with the powder than I typically would to really make sure that it's set, make sure it doesn't move. I'm making sure I put powder in my smile lines. I laugh a lot, I talk a lot, I smile a lot, so I really like to make sure that I set my smile lines. And this little tip, I didn't used to do this. I got this from another YouTuber. I'm gonna put her info up on the screen, but she's dope and I love watching her tutorials. And she was like, y'all, use a wet beauty blender, make sure it's really damp, and just press the powder into your skin. I used to always just put a tiny bit of powder and dust it away, which is still fine, like it still works for me. But with this concealer and doing that, y'all, do you see how my skin is looking? Like it really just absorbed the powder and it melted into my skin. So yeah, I like that little tip. I'll probably be doing it more often, but I'm just going to go ahead and set my contour with, again, that Black Radiance palette that I used on my eyes, and the same shades that are in my crease I'm using to set my nose contour, so it's all gonna blend together. And I'm actually using that same eyeshadow brush. Most of the brushes that I'm using in this tutorial are either Crayon Case, like that little black brush before was from Crayon Case. The ones that look like pencils are all Crayon Case brushes. Elf brush or like BH Cosmetics, so all very affordable brushes. For blush, I'm going in with my Juvia's Place blush. This is my fave. I'm sure there's other blushes out there, but between these two blush palettes, this is really all I use anymore. But Elf has some good blush quads that I used to use all the time. Milani has good blushes. NYX has good blushes also, so you can definitely find some drugstore dupes for the blush. But those blush palettes are in Ulta, so I mean, Ulta isn't really a drugstore, but you don't have to go online to buy them. So yeah, I sprayed my face with some Mario Badescu just to get rid of any powderiness. And I am taking a brown lip liner from the Crayon Case called Bear. Again, you could really use any drugstore liner. This just happens to be the one I love. And I'm using this Milani lipstick in Teddy Bear. It smells amazing. So that's me like dancing because it smells so yummy. But it's also just a really pretty nude color, especially for brown skin girls. It's such a beautiful nude. So yeah, I'm just topping it off with some lip gloss because I love lip gloss. What can I say? 9 times out of 10 I'll put on a matte lip and be like, yeah, let me just throw a little bit of clear gloss up here. So for this highlighter, I'm pretty sure you do have to get this highlighter online, but it's the ColourPop and Makeup Shayla collab. It's only $6, y'all. It's a loose pigment. It should last you a very long time, and it is bomb.com. So I love it, and it's the only highlighter that I'm going to use. I'm taking this big fan brush, which is a Crayon Case brush, to put it on the highest points of my cheeks. But yeah, again, there are other affordable dupes like Elf, Wet n Wild, NYX that have really good highlighters. That's just the one that I really love. So again, you might not be able to find it. I don't think Ulta carries it, but you can definitely order it online. Again, it's only $6. Super affordable. And that's pretty much the finished look. I am going to set my face. Now this product I did order online. This is more of a professional brand right here, Blue Marble. There's Blue Marble Sealer Spray. But y'all, when I tell you this locks in a face, my face does not budge. So that spray right there has almost totally replaced my Scandinavia bridal setting spray. I still love my Scandinavia, but on days where I really need my face to stay, and I actually use that Blue Marble on my clients, your face is not going anywhere. So yeah, I had to use it because again, I was really getting ready to head out. All right, you all, this is the finished look. I hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial, y'all. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong. I had my AC on. It was setting my concealer too fast. Then I ended up switching my concealer. Then I had to pause and eat dinner real quick because I just made some ribs, y'all, in the crock pot. Them suckers slow cooked for like 7.5 hours. Yeah, but I finished the video. I'm finna go to church. So again, this was a quick get ready with me. Just a real natural look. Pretty much 90% affordable drugstore products. I know you hear me recording. I know you do. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it. Subscribe to my channel, y'all. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. That's my next goal number. So please help me reach my goal by subscribing to my channel if you are not already subscribed. And until next time, y'all, be blessed. Bye.